All right, Samori Benjamin here with a first-year player, someone who I met 2 years ago in Colorado at the Futures Game, Xavier Edwards. Xavier, good to see you again, man. Now, like I was saying, I first met you in Colorado at the Futures Game. At that time, you were a prospect in the Rays organization. Now you're here with the Miami Marlins. Now, before we get to that, I'm really interested in just how you got interested in playing baseball as a kid. I know you're from Florida.
I've lived in Florida most of my life. I was actually born here in New York, Long Island. My mom started me when I was young. My sister played tennis growing up, so I played a lot of tennis, following her around. And I love baseball. My dad played baseball a little bit. His upbringing, so he played some professional baseball. So him and my mom kind of got me into it. I started playing bowling, tennis, and baseball, and then ultimately by the age of 9 years old, I decided to play baseball full time.
At what point did you move to Florida from New York?
5 years old.
Oh.
I've been born 9 since I was 5.
Okay. Did you tell me that you were a Yankee fan growing up?
Yeah, I used to be.
Okay, I thought you told me that when I met you last time. Okay, and a lot of ball players who I talked to interviewed, they tell me when they grew up, they were a Yankee fan growing up, and I was also, I'm older than you, but I was a Yankee fan growing up. I'm just curious, just as a young kid growing up, who were some of your favorite Yankees, and maybe some of your best memories of the Yankees as a fan?
Growing up, mostly Jeter. I feel like that was
of course.
Mostly the main Yankee that I liked at a young age.
Nice, man. Okay, cool. And just you're from the Miami area, right? Like in that general area, South Florida. So, what was it like playing baseball in that area as a kid, and how many of your black peers were into baseball?
It was good. I'm a little north, about an hour north of Miami.
Okay.
Just up the road 95 or Turnpike, either one. By Palm Beach. But yeah, it was good growing up there. Baseball hotbed. We got a lot of players, professional and collegiate ranks from the South Florida area playing baseball, so that's always been good. I had a few black teammates growing up. My dad was always coaching, so he'd make it a point to look for some. Help them get better at the game and teach them the game. He's done that pretty much his whole life. Teaching guys how to play, having lessons with kids and stuff. So he's done a great job with that. And my whole upbringing is proof of that. The teammates I've had in the past. It's been good. I would like to see the number spike even more, but I think it's a good start.
Yeah, and very interesting. You talk about your father, and fathers is very important for young men to get involved and interested in baseball. And my dad was definitely there for me in playing baseball, so that's beautiful. Now, were you into any other sport besides baseball?
Tennis. Yeah, I love tennis growing up. Like I said, my sister played. And that was actually the first sport I started playing, and really the first sport I loved. I just happened to really, really like playing baseball, but I love tennis, so we still watch a ton of tennis. My sister being the collegiate athlete that she was, a tennis player. So yeah, we're a tennis family, probably through before baseball.
Awesome. So I know you all must have loved Coco Golf out here about 2 weeks ago, one of the U.S. Open. It's cool. All right, yeah. So now in high school, you do your thing in high school, and you ended up getting drafted. You were drafted just 5 years ago, 2018, and you were drafted by San Diego Padres. So how was it for you to be just so young? You were in high school, and get drafted in the second round by San Diego.
It was good. A life-changing experience. Something I always remember here. And I guess kind of a great jersey, it's a caucus. But yeah, great night. My family had a bunch of people in attendance. Florida, New York, a lot of long ways. So it was great. Just to have them all there for that night. When you college is something you dream of, you work towards it as a young kid and an amateur player. So yeah, great night for sure, life-changing. Forever grateful for the podcast.
Growing up, did you have much family still in New York, and did you come back here much to visit?
Yeah, still to this day, the majority of our family is still in New York. Spread across the upstate and here on Long Island. We're not the only ones, but we're one of the few that kind of branched out of New York. We got down to South Florida, some got to South Carolina. So we're kind of dispersed now, but still mainly based here.
Okay, now I know that you were in the minor with San Diego drafted 2018, then you were there for about 10, 12 months or so, and then you were traded at the end of 2019 to Tampa. So what was that like for you while you were in the minor league still? So in the Padres minor league system, then you get traded to Tampa's minor league system. How was that for you, first time ever being traded?
It was good, and it was a lot of uncertainty. It was a cool opportunity to be in the organization, but also I was very unfamiliar. I was fairly new to professional baseball, so I didn't know what to expect going to a place like Tampa. I was happy because it was closer to home, but yeah, a lot of uncertainty, like I said. Kind of bizarre how I found out. I found out initially through a teammate and kind of through social media that I was kind of up for being traded, and the next day it was finalized, and I got the call from the GM for both clubs. But a lot to think about. I didn't really know what it would feel like to be traded, but it was definitely a cool change.
And you, 2019, you're traded right in December of 2019, and we know shortly after that, 2020, COVID hit, so the whole 2020 minor league season gets wiped out. Just what do you remember about that year, and what did you do in 2020?
2020, I remember it seemed like the world stopped. What did I do? We got the call from spring that it was really going to shut down. I went home, drove across the state from Port Charlotte to Long Beach where I live. And at first, I kind of practiced, and I was trying to stay ready in case we came back in a few weeks. And I was sitting in my backyard and stuff, just trying to do what I could. Most facilities were closed near me. Trying to be optimistic. And after probably a month or so, a month and a half, then focus kind of changed because the rumors were more like we weren't going to play at all that year. And so I kind of took a little time off. It was the first time I'd been home on my birthday in seemingly about 10 plus years, probably middle school or so. It was the last time I was home on my birthday. So it was odd, but it was a really, really fun time, besides the illnesses and that stuff. It was a really fun time, COVID, being home for the time of the year that I haven't been home in years. And so it was a really good time to be able to see friends and family in such an intimate space, and such a unique time of year. So that I was definitely grateful for.
Right, so that whole year 2020 as a minor leaguer, did you play any baseball at all, like after the March?
Yeah, so I practiced at home for a while, and then I went to the alternate site in Port Charlotte in August.
Okay.
So I jet back over there for August for about a month when the big league season, shorter big league season was going on. And then I stayed over there a little bit into what would have been the off-season for instructs. And then I came out for instructs. So around, I think the end of September, maybe October, so I came home.
Nice. Okay, so then the next year, 2021, that's when I met you at the Futures Game in July. So the first half of that minor league season, you obviously played very well. And it's really your first time playing in this organization after being traded from San Diego organization. So that first half of year, 2021, how were you able to just be so effective and make the Futures Game?
Well, I battled an injury. I got hurt towards the end of spring training that year, so I missed the first few weeks of the season. And after that, I was kind of itching to get back and just play. My first chance of playing with the new organization. I pushed back some weeks because of injury, so I just wanted to get out there and play. I was in Montgomery at the time. And, great staff there that we had. Made it really easy to transition to the new organization. And they kind of just took me under the wing and gave me all the advice that they could. And I kind of just went out there and played my game for the most part. I had some success that first half of the year.
Do you remember much about the Futures Game and playing in Colorado?
Yeah. I played half the game. I had one at bat. Yeah, it was a cool experience. My parents got to come. I took the field before. They got to come. That was cool. That was my first time playing in Colorado. So when I went back this year and I played the big leagues this year, I was kind of familiar with the place, same clubhouse and all this stuff, so I've been there once before. So that was pretty neat to get to play there again this year. And, on the big league side of things, that's it.
So what do you remember just about from that point then to just your minor league experience until this year when you were called up? Now, you were traded by Tampa to the Marlins organization. That happened this year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
End of last year, yeah, off season.
Okay, last off season. Okay, so Now you're traded. You know you're being traded to the Miami Marlins organization, and this is your hometown team. You're from the Miami area, about an hour north, and all that. So, just what were your thoughts then? Just okay, going from the West Florida to the East Florida team, and now you are in the Miami Marlins organization.
That was going to happen. Same thing in the offseason. I got a phone call from the Rays at the time saying that they were going to trade me, and I was part of the trade deadline for the 41 roster spots. And, I was fortunate enough that I was here. I've loved my time here so far. It's been great. Good to be home, good to have family and friends here to come to my games on a regular basis. And, not have to waste time with work and stuff. So, it's been a blessing to be here. I've been able to time. The times I've been out this year, it's been great. It's been great. A few more wins here down the stretch, and we'll punch our ticket for the playoffs. So, not much more I could ask for my first year with the organization, right? Debuted, I'm on the brink of making the playoffs with this team. The guys in the great, the staff's been great, so that's what we're doing.
There's two more for you. Excuse me for not remembering, but what day did you make your Major League debut this year?
May 2nd.
May 2nd. And what team was that against?
The Braves.
The Braves. What do you remember about that game? And was it in Miami or Atlanta?
In Miami.
Okay.
I had a lot of people there. It's an event that I did get in. Unfortunately, we didn't win the game, but I got in late. I pinch hit for Arias in the ninth. I ended up flying out. And that was my debut. It was pretty quick. I didn't really know if I was going to come in or not. Didn't really know what to expect. First time in the dugout. Big league game. So I didn't really know what to expect, but just getting used to being there in the ninth inning of a game that we weren't winning. I kind of got my bat out the way, and the next day I ended up getting my first hit. So that was good. So it was good. It was kind of easy being there, get my feet wet a little bit, and then end up getting my first hit the next day. So it was overall a great time, great experience.
Is there a pitcher who you maybe grew up watching and you were amazed by, and you got a chance to face him, and you were just like, wow, I can't believe it?
No, I wouldn't say there's one pitcher that I faced or that I admired growing up. I'd say I was kind of looking forward to all the at-bats I did at the chance I did.
My last one for you. What's it like for you now? You all 5 games left. You all are a half game out of the final wild card spot in the National League, and you are up here your first year, and you get a chance to experience being in a playoff race. How exciting is this?
Yeah, really exciting. There's nothing better, no better way to end the year. Just capitalize and make the most opportunity and take care of our own business and win these games, and we should be in. So that's all we're focused on right now. But it's been really fun for me to be up here and contribute how I can and just be around here.
All right, folks. So my final thought here, really the inspiration that Derek Jeter has had on so many young ball players. Excuse me. I have talking to 3 ball players on top of my mind who I've spoken to recently and told me their favorite player was Derek Jeter. Josiah Gray, now a pitcher, but he was a shortstop growing up. I was talking with Jordan Lawler of Arizona, shortstop. Just got called up about 2 weeks ago. And my man here, Xavier Edwards. Xavier, man, thank you so much. Good seeing you again. And good luck to you, man. You know what I want to say too? So I go to the Futures Game a lot, right? My first Futures Game was 2008. I met Andrew McCutcheon that day, and he turned out, to be a great ball player. So definitely always love to meet you guys in the Futures Game and then see you guys when you guys become pros. And I'm definitely rooting for you like all of them. All right, man? All right, buddy. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
We're back.